Shalom Israel. This is Precinct Officer 5000 Ashak Mayatha, inviting you to the Dirty South Cookout here in Nashville, Tennessee, starting September 29th to October the 1st. On Thursday, we'll be having scripture breakdown by 12 SEAL General YAHANNA. On Friday, it'll be camp day from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. During that time, sisters be able to go to brunch. Later on that night is the fish fry party. We'll be having music, and you can just chop it up with brothers and sisters and just have a good time. Now on Saturday is the big day, the big cookout, open to the public. If you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, please come down, get you a free plate. We'll have things for the kids, games. We're even doing a big kickball tournament. So we're just going to be having a good time, man. We can come down, talk to the generals, captains, officers of the I.S.U.P.K, and just have good brotherhood and sisterhood. And on Sunday is the finisher. It's a rest day, but we're setting up a Jack Daniel's distillery tour for anyone that's able to go. So please come down for this Dirty South Cookout weekend and enjoy this Southern hospitality. With that, shalom.
And my Lord, whole clique solid, everybody on board. Say they won't smoke, that's the shit they can't afford. These niggas weak, no cap, I go hard. Man, I know these niggas mad, I ain't tripping, I'm good. One call, then fall on you, don't make me do it. Me and my niggas taking your city on dog. 140 for the rebel, nigga, yeah. Wait a minute, let me check my watch, time to go to work. Bitch, I'm right back, get my bag, about to go berserk. Oh, that nigga left, he a hoe, tell him go to church. Say that they got next, okay, guess I gotta get it first. The truth hurt, I'm on fire, let it burn a bit. Fuck the hoe, cut that bitch off like a tourniquet. Cut him up, nip tuck, then I put him on the bed. Everything I drop, heavy little nigga, watch your head. Yeah, he ain't one west, he a fed. I claim on 25th, UPK thoroughbred. Oh, he mad, well, I ain't worried about a damn thing. Nigga, I'm strapped, I put it like a hamstring. Just touched down, finna fly down, Casey Drive. Touch King Towers, gonna be very hard to stay alive. Bitch, we outside, so you know you can't stand there. Said if I gon' die for this shit, I told him hell yeah. Let's get it, I got it, I'm ready, my lord. Whole clique solid, everybody on board. Say they won't smoke, that's the shit they can't afford. These niggas weak, no cap, I go hard. Man, I know these niggas mad, I ain't tripping, I'm good. One call, then fall on you, don't make me do it. Me and my niggas taking your city on guard.
I.S.U.P.K.
I just did this just cause. Let's get it. I know I ain't touch a M yet, I just seen rich. Rare breed, she lying, she say she ever seen this. My man is at the pick, I take the shot on some stream shit. Choppers rule everything around me, yeah, we cream shit. Polite with it, wipe a nigga nose if he seems sick. Make sure your vest 100 proof, this 40-liter scene lit. Pieces of activists, you can tell how we lean shit. Going on a 3-peat, just look at who my team with. You been afraid, lemon squeeze on it, see what your men is made. Once smoke, sitting with the spirits like I'm shooting sage. 100 deep strong on your block, look like we throw parades. Knock his lights out with a hook, that's how I'm throwing shade. War mode, I ain't dropping bombs, bitch, I throw grenades. She asks when I'ma cut my braids, I tell her when I'm Noah's age. Punch after punch, listening to me like you catching fade. Ain't afraid to close the curtain, I just let you set the stage. Do what I want and you just move when they move. Reinvented myself, I came back and I stayed to it. Never seen nothing or heard nothing, I played stupid. Finessed them 2 times like it's cool when they do it. Never lacking, can't run off with the front or back and only fuck with dimes, that's why I'm walking with a max and let it ring just for you. Got the gun from Act, I ain't boxing, catch a Philly shell when I get to snapping. Switches make the G-lock sound different, get a blick of accent. Yes, I'm an Israelite, no it ain't no need to ask. Yes, I am Christ-like, don't understand why you mad. They say I'm cocky, when I tell the truth they say I brag. Following my moves won't lead to the same path. Designers on your feet ain't more expensive than a toe tag. Ain't what the respecters of persons, ain't giving no pass. Till you touch one of mine, you don't really know rad. You a cornball with money, so we make popcorn. Dropped off from Astro World, I was not born, but still fucked the world up with a pair of Travis Scott's on. Trespass, I raised the cow like get off my farm. Or you thicker than blood on my crown where it got porn. Started looking for new comp, old ones got born. Sleeping on me, stop snoring, no let them keep dreaming. Bet they'll wake up when they see the fear of God and a demon. Everybody top 3 and they not 2 or they not 3. No matter how you put it for sure, they is not me. I ain't gonna say that they copy, but they copy. Live rent free in a bitch head, this my problem. Who they playing for? I ain't taking less, I demand more. Any place I touch, I own. I'm the landlord. Fell a few times on my feet is what I land on. All facts, ain't with the storyteller, that's what the gram for. How the hell so many guns, I used to think that's what my hands for. Lord, teach my fingers to fight and make my hands war. Never been defeated, all 10 is what I stand on. You visiting, this my world, that's what I stand on. Man, I ain't do this to remind y'all. I did this to rub it in. Let's go.
I got you. Let it ride real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation voltage can fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. You colder than the avalanche, way above average. Offense taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Shall become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, so tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Waldo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than a baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Commanding General YAHANNA. I.S.U.P.K is not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, none, not a zero zips. I'm also in the quorum of the Nashville School. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shabrak and Thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alathan by Hashem, Al-Shad to my sisters. And we got a good class today. We on the eve of the Nashville, the Dirty South Cookout. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty great to go down in Nashville, Tennessee. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we on the eve of it. Tomorrow, 12 Shield General Muhammad will be in the building, right here in Nashville. Give him a hand for that. He's going to be in the building, and we're going to be teaching the scripture breakdown class. And then we're going to have Friday, we're going to have what we doing Friday? We got Friday, we got camp going on first. We have camp around 12. Then the sisters, they're going out, they're gonna do their thing. And then we're gonna have a party later on that night, around 7 o'clock that night, 7 p.m. We're gonna throw a party for the people of Nashville. Commander General Hunter gonna host a party for the people of Nashville. We're having an exciting party. You know, we're gonna have some good food, fish fried, and everything going on like we do down south. Y'all know how we get down here. And then Saturday we're gonna have the actual cookout. The cookout gonna be going down on Saturday, 12 p.m. At Hadley Park. Anybody who's from Nashville or know about Nashville, they know about Hadley Park. All right, so we're gonna be at Hadley Park having a cookout down there, and then later on that night we're gonna do some nightlife. It's gonna be going down. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be going down. It's gonna be going down at the after the cookout. So we got a whole lot of things going on, and then Saturday we got the Jack Daniel's tour. We're going to the Jack Daniel's distillery, and we're going to tour. That's something that's unique to Tennessee. So we're going to take that, and we're going to go down there, and we're going to, give everybody, they get a chance to see, how that good Tennessee whiskey, how it's made and things of that nature, and how Uncle Nearest taught that devil how to make some real good whiskey down here. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's right. So that's what we're doing, man. It's going down. Also, coming up Tuesday, too. Tuesday, October the 4th, is going to be the Day of Atonement, the Lord's High Holy Day. So we're going to be celebrating the Lord's High Holy Day also right here at 1811 Dr. D.B. Todd Boulevard, Nashville, Tennessee. It's not bad. All right, that's the Nashville School. That's the address to the Nashville School. We're gonna be doing that right here. All right, so it's gonna be going down, man. It's going down all weekend. We got a whole lot of events. We got a lot of people who coming down here from all around the nation, all around the world. They coming down here to the cookout. So it's gonna be going down. A lot of people who not used to or never been to Nashville, you're gonna love it down here. If you like down south, just a down south city, you got a lot of blacks and Spanish and Native Americans down here. Get it on there. And it's just gonna be going down the whole time, man. So we invite everybody, if you're in the Nashville area or surrounding areas, in Davidson County and surrounding areas, you're welcome to come to the cookout and come to all the events that we got going on. As long as you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, then you will be welcome to come to all of these events. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everybody. Come on down, man. Commander YAHANNA is hosting. We got all the food in the world. Ain't nobody gonna go home. We got enough food for you to make some. We ain't gonna be like your family reunion. When everybody hating on you because you're making too many to-go plates. All right, down here, you're going to be able to make all the to-go plates you want to make, man. We're going to have enough food for everybody to get full, and everybody is going to be happy. We're going to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? But that's what's going down here. And that's how we get down in the ISUPK. Commander YAHANNA, as we have these same kind of cookouts all over the nation, So we start them off, around a month of like June or something like that. And then, we'll have different cookouts throughout the nation, all right? And just one of the stops is right here in Nashville. And we was doing this during the pandemic, when everybody else was locked down in the house, scared to go outside because, they scared to catch a cold. Right. Commander YAHANNA had us out here feeding the people. That's right. You know what I'm saying? This is the work that we do, just like Christ. Christ he walked amongst the lepers. Christ walked amongst the lame. And Christ was out here doing the work and feeding the people, with all of the ailments that was going on amongst our people. He still was out here doing the work. And that's how he commissioned the 12 disciples to do. And that's also what we out here doing, and that's what we commissioned to do by Commander YAHANNA, to go feed the people and take care and heal the poor, heal the sick and the lame, and everybody who needs healing, So we out here doing that kind of work. We got a prison program for you brothers and sisters who are new and don't know about, and you got loved ones inside of the prison. Well, we come to the prisons also and do that work too. We go to the prisons. We got brothers and sisters who locked down, who need help inside of there. They can't go to the chaplain. The chaplain just gonna tell them lies, and the chaplain is running with the prison. You know what I'm saying? So can't go ahead. Then the pastors that's out here in the streets. The chaplains in there lying to the people in there. The people in there getting fed the same lies that they getting fed out here on the street. So we got to go inside of these prisons you know, and all of these other places where our people is at, man, and teach our people. You know, that's the work that we do in the I.S.U.P.K. You know, we ain't ashamed or scared to go anywhere where our people is, you know, and the Lord told us to do this, you know, and today that's what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about how, you know, how it's, you know, it's lawful and it's, you know, we have no other choice if we keep the law. You know, we have to help and feed and clothe and, you know, do all of the things that provide, you know, the necessities for our people, you know, and us going and having these cookouts, they're not here for us to glorify the I.S.U.P.K. They are actually here to, you know, help the people in those communities that we serve. So we going and we, you know, people come down here from all around the world to come to Nashville right now to help serve the citizens of Nashville and the surrounding cities, you know. So don't think that we just doing this to glorify the I.S.U.P.K. or to say that we doing, you know, some great things or something. We doing the work of the Lord. We doing what the Most High has commissioned his children to do, and we here to help our people. You know, if you have any questions online, you can ask your questions online. We here to answer all questions. We here to take, you know, challenges. If you got something you want to say something about the work that we doing, you know, speak evil of the good that we doing in the I.S.U.P.K. You know, we cool with that too. You know what I'm saying? You can God, you know, speak your mind, you know, but what we doing in the I.S.U.P.K. is not, you know, done by other Israelite groups, so-called Israelite groups. Right. All right. You see a lot of these so-called Israelite groups, they out here, they marching, you know what I'm saying? They got 1,000 people, niggas strong. But they ain't going in these communities and helping these communities with them 1,000 niggas. You dig what I'm saying? We walking in, we going in the community, you know, with like the disciples would. You know what I'm saying? We going 2 by 2 in the communities and we helping the people. You dig what I'm saying? We providing for the needs of the people. You know, this is the work that we do. You know, you hear a lot of these Israelite groups and these church groups, they arguing, they mad at the Israelites. You know, mad at the I.S.U.P.K. I don't want to keep saying the Israelites because we the only real Israelites out here. That's right. You do what I'm saying? We the only ones who doing the work of the Lord, and this is the school where the Lord put his truth at. So, you know, we are the ones who have to be the what they call that, man, when you I don't want to say the doorkeeper, but we the ones the vanguard. All right, we the vanguard of the truth. All right, we the ones who protecting this truth. You know, we get that truth, we hold on to it tight like it's ours, and we don't want to help nobody else to get it. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do in the I.S.U.P.K. We damn sure don't want no cowards to get this truth. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna do nothing but exploit the people with the truth. You know, instead of raising up a nation of righteous men or a nation of righteous women, like the Lord commissioned us to do, man. I'm gonna read out the scriptures. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, you can go online, ask your questions. I'm gonna read out the scriptures. I'm gonna start in. Let's see what I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to do a second camera. Could you sit in that chair?
I'm gonna start in second Esdras. I'm gonna start at second Esdras.
Okay, that's the middle.
All right, I'm gonna go to the top. Let's start at second Esdras. Second Esdras is one of my favorite books. I like second Esdras. Esdras was asking a whole lot of questions. You know, some of the same kind of questions that we would answer, that we would ask. You know, so I like this book. I'm gonna start at second Esdras chapter 2 and verse 23. It says, and it reads, second Esdras chapter 2, verse 23. All right, Colin, come on.
Sure. Second Esdras. Say it again.
Second Esdras 2 and 20.
Second Esdras chapter 2, verse 20. Do right to the widow. Judge for the fatherless, give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked.
What is this? This is the work that we're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
This is what you are. If you are somebody who changed your life, if you're someone who coming to the truth and coming to the knowledge of yourself, you know, find out that you're an Israelite. You find out, you know, all of the things that are required of an Israelite to do. These are the things that Christ required us to do. He told us to do right to the widow. You know, we have to go. We don't go out and try to, you know, bash our women and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We go out and we try to teach our women. You know what I'm saying? We try to comfort the women. The women are going through just as much pain as we going through. There's a lot of our brothers and sisters, man. There's a lot of brothers who died, man. You know, and they was married to some sisters, man. And these sisters are grieving behind these brothers. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of brothers. There's more women in the earth than there is men. So when a woman, you know, there's going to be more women. There's more men who dying than there are women. You know, black men who dying, there are women. So there's going to be a lot of widows. There's going to be a lot of women, sisters who done lost their loved ones, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to go out here and heal those women who have lost a lot of loved ones, man. You know, this is the work that we do, man. We out here trying to help the people. This is the work that Christ requires of the Israelites. And that's what we do, man. Read one more time, Bible shop.
Do right to the widow. Judge for the fatherless. Give to the poor.
Give to the poor. That's another one of the things that we do. We are commissioned to help the poor. Everybody, you know, everybody in the I.S.U.P.K, a lot of people might think, you know, because we just help one another so much, you can't really notice that we poor. You know what I'm saying? Because we do so much for one another. You know, but brothers in here, we not balling. You know what I'm saying? We brothers and sisters ain't balling in here. The Lord just makes sure that we don't have those same kind of wants that everybody else has. You know what I'm saying? The Lord takes care of our needs. And that's why it probably just don't look like, you know, we poor. But brothers and sisters poor. We come from poor backgrounds. You know, we come from the same background, the same neighborhoods that you come from. You know, we just learn how to use our brotherhood and our sisterhood to our advantage. All right, to help each other out. And that's how we move inside the UPK. You know, and you know, we got to give to the poor. These cookouts what we have, these are community cookouts. Like I said, they're not there to glorify the I.S.U.P.K. They are community cookouts, and we do use them to fish though. All right, but these are community cookouts that we have and that we feed the people, man. We feed the homeless, you know. We feed, you know, anybody who's hungry. And I'm gonna tell you something else we do. We don't turn down white folks when they come up in and ask for no food. You do what I'm saying? If a white man, and that's what, you know, they'll try to say that we're a hate group or we just racist. But guess what? White people come up there and try to ask for food, man. We don't turn them down. We'll give them some food too. Now, if they're gonna come to our cookouts, we're not having no heathens at the cookout. No, they're not coming to the cookout. Right. But if they come to the camp, you know, while we having a food drive or something, we'll give them some crumbs. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind giving them some crumbs. But what we ain't gonna do, and what these heathens ain't gonna do, is come to the cookout. I was promoting the cookout on Clubhouse, right? And I had a dude come over, you know, everybody was like, man, that's some cool stuff y'all be doing on Clubhouse. Of course, it's gonna be somebody. Is y'all gonna help the Africans? Y'all gonna let keep the Africans out of the cookout?
Every time.
Is it like your captain did? I said, well, if my captain did it, yes, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't violent in here. You know, we all think the same. We're not having no heathens at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? They ain't allowed to come in the sanctuary, you know, or none of those things. So yeah, we do that, you know. But if they come up to the camp while we serving, you know, the community and stuff, we ain't gonna turn them down. We'll give them something, but you know, we ain't finna give out everybody. We ain't gonna, you know, choose them or prefer them over our people. If it's a last bag and there's a heathen right there and if we got one bag of food left and there's a heathen up there and we got an Israelite up there, guess who's getting that food?
That's right.
That damn Israelite getting that food. You know what I'm saying? But if it's too bad, I might mess with them. You know, we might give them a little something. You know, but we ain't gonna turn them down. But that's what we do, man. We take care of the poor, you know, of our community, because we are. It's a law to take care of the poor, and that's one of the attributes that we have to have is becoming an Israelite, man. You have to be able to take care of the poor. Keep reading, Baba Shah.
God. Give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked.
And we gotta defend these orphans, man. These brothers and sisters out here, man. You know, ain't nobody gonna fight and speak up for them.
Right.
You know, we got to be the voice for those people. You know, those brothers and sisters out here who done lost their parents, who done lost their mothers and lost their father. You know, we got to become a father and a mother to those brothers and sisters. Right. And that's why we out here in these streets, man. I had one sister ask me one time, she said, y'all be talking rough, man. You know, y'all be talking real rough, and I just don't agree with the way that y'all be talking. She said, sometimes, you know, y'all might use some cuss words and stuff like that. And I told her, I was like, well, you know what? We be out here in the community and talking to brothers and sisters who use cuss words. So we'll go out there. Sometimes, you know, we ain't just out here cussing people out, but we'll start, you know, to reach people that you can't reach. Sometimes we gotta, you know, speak in the language that they speak. And sometimes, you know, that works, you know, and we bring it out. I said, you got a son? She's like, yeah, my son, he out there in the streets and everything. I said, well, okay. If I was to go to your son, you know, and talk harsh to him and talk hard to him, not harsh, but hard to him, you know, would you be mad at me if he quit doing what he doing and listen to what I said and start to, you know, follow the laws and commandments of God? She said, you know what? I wouldn't be mad.
Right.
I wouldn't be mad at you. I said, well, that's what we do, you know, and can't nobody be mad at the way we do it. You know, we ain't out here putting guns in nobody's head. You know, we ain't committing crimes to make them come into the truth. You know, we going out there and we just, you know, relating to the brothers and sisters, you know, because a lot of us come from that same background. So it's easy for us to relate to another brother who come from the same background that we come from. So we'll start talking to them, and that's how we bring brothers and sisters in the truth, because we can relate to them. And that's what you Christian pastors can't understand. Y'all wondering why y'all ain't getting the youth. It's because the youth can't relate to you. Right. You know what I'm saying? The youth can't relate to you, you know, out here in a three-piece suit, you know what I'm saying, with some now-later gators on, and you walking in the neighborhood, you know, and then they come to church, and all you doing is stealing all their money. You do what I'm saying? They can't relate to that. They, you know, they might as well stay in the word, you know, and then you know, a lot of y'all don't come and visit them. It's like when COVID was going on, you know, the I.S.U.P.K was out in the streets. We was in, you know, going where the people at. Well, the Christian pastors, man, they were just asking for tithes online. You know what I'm saying? Shoot your tithes in online, because we can't come around. You know what I'm saying? We got the churches closed. You know, can't nobody come to the church. You know, and people can't relate to that, man. You know, they can relate to people who actually there when they are in need. You know, who are actually with them while they are in need. You know what I'm saying? When people in Mississippi, they hurting for water and stuff right now. Well, then you got brothers who coming down there, you know, with the priestly garments on, with a whole lot of water, feeding them, you know, giving the people water. They're actually there helping the needs. We went to Alabama. Well, you know, those racist police was down there. You know, we went down there and was fighting, you know, against the racist police in Alabama. And the people appreciated it because wasn't nobody else there. There wasn't no Christian pastors there helping. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no NAACP there helping. Wasn't nobody else there helping. They respected the fact that the I.S.U.P.K was down there helping those people. You know what I'm saying? That's right. And that's how you get respect, you know, from the youngest. That's how you get respect, you know, in the community, man, by actually being there in the community doing the work. You know, so we defend the orphans, man, and we clothe the naked also. You know, we have clothing drives in the I.S.U.P.K. You know, we have a lot of people. We ain't like Goodwill. You know, Goodwill, you take your clothes to Goodwill, and Goodwill gonna get your clothes, wash your clothes, and sell them to the people. You know what I'm saying? People out here ain't got the money to buy this, you know, even though they think that they selling them cheap. Well, the people, everybody ain't got the money to get it. So we just give the clothes to them for free. You know what I'm saying? We get gently used clothes and give them to them for free. You know, this is how we do in the I.S.U.P.K. And it's very important for people to understand that. A lot of people will be like, well, why y'all always talking about all the things y'all do? Well, how else is we going to get the message out? Right. How else is we going to let people know that we have these resources? Right, unless we tell the people that we got these resources. You know, we got a clothing drive right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Brothers and sisters, we got food drive, clothing drive, everything down here, man. You know, so we have resources to help clothe and feed the people, you know, and this is what Christ told us. This is what we are commissioned to do, is to feed and clothe the people. Keep reading, Mark.
Okay. Heal the broken and the weak.
Heal the broken and the weak. a lot of our sisters, you know, they have been, you know, raped. They've been molested. They've been, you know, beat up, you know, by men. You know, they grew up in these kind of households, man. That's you know, destructive households. They, you know, grew up with a mother who was, you know, had been through the same thing that they going through. You know, and it's just a cycle of our sisters, you know, going, and that's how they get into these strip clubs because of all of the, and that's how they become whores because of all the trauma that they done went through. You know, they done been through, you know, years and years of trauma. And then on top of that, they go through the cycle of the grandmama teaching them the trauma. Because they pass down trauma. You know, trauma gets passed down. It ain't not like a one-off type of thing. Trauma gets passed down generation after generation after generation. You know, and this is how, you know, our sisters and our brothers, you know, are living. So we have to learn, you know, once you come into the ISUPK, you know, we actually taught how first we taught how to love our people. So once you start loving your people, then you'll start getting an understanding on how to heal our people.
That's right.
All right. It ain't about us going out here getting on the corner and yelling and hollering at our people like the purple group do, and calling them all kind of names and things of that nature. We had to run them off the corners out here because the people was coming to us, telling us how bad they be talking to the people, calling them all kind of crackheads and you know, bees and, you know what I'm saying, calling the people. I mean, this is how they was talking to the people, man. And the people will come to us and be like, what? You know, they were like, is y'all like that too? You know what I'm saying? Why is they talking to us like this? Why is they treating us the way that, you know? So the people actually was about to turn on them, you know, and we say a lot of people don't even know this. You know, I might be telling something new that a lot of people don't know. Right. A lot of people don't know that we saved the purple group life out there. You know what I'm saying? Because the people turned on them, man, and was ready to do something to them. And we was like, you know what? Let them leave. The Lord gonna run them off. Just let them live tonight and let the Lord run them out. You know what I'm saying? Because they was about to do something to them right then and there. And we was telling them out of the spirit of brotherhood, even though they speak against us, even though they act like they enemies to us, you know what I'm saying? We still was like, you know what? We just let them live. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't need no more crime amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? We don't need our people putting up, you know, putting no guns out on them and all that stuff, you know. Right. So they was ready to do all of that though. They was ready to, I don't know, should I be telling this, man?
Yeah, please do. You telling the background.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the background story that a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? The people was, man, they had guns and everything, man, that was ready to rag on them. And we like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Don't even, you know, because the people respect us. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people thinking that it was about us going against them. And don't even realize, man, it wasn't about that. It was the people going against them. And the people was coming to us like, man, what y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying? We like, nah, just, you know, let them live tonight. You know, let the Lord, you know, have to deal with them. And now I think that was the correct thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And they went on and, you know, the Lord pushed them on off the block. You know, and then, you know, of course, we take out, you know, we're gonna hold the ground, you know, everywhere we go. So that was just a little sidebar, backstory, you know what I'm saying?
Behind the scene.
But that's part of us healing the people. Because once they left, then we was able to actually give them the truth. You know what I'm saying? We was actually able to start feeding the people, you know, with the knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. You know, and this was something that, you know, they needed. You know, and they come and get counsel from us all the time. You know, they come and get counsel from the I.S.U.P.K all the time. So this is something, man, that a lot of people didn't know, you know, but this is what we do. We heal the broken and the weak, man, you know, and we make strong brothers, man. Brothers come inside of this school and they all, you know, all over the place. A lot of brothers come from, you know, doing drugs. And then all of a sudden, they ain't doing drugs no more because they're around brothers who don't do drugs. Right. So this strengthened them, you know what I'm saying? Brothers start to become strong, man. You know, brothers used to be, you know, thin as wind. I came into the school, I probably weighed 140 pounds when I came to the school. You know what I'm saying? We were thin as wind. Then you get that truth weight on you. You know, that truth weight, man, is serious. So we got to start getting, you know, gaining weight and stuff like that, getting your spirit back, you know, that the devil done took away from you, you know, and the streets done took away from you. Started gaining that spirit back, man. and start getting that habit, that truth. I call it truth weight. You start getting that truth weight, because brothers, every brother I know gain weight when they come into the truth. You know what I'm saying? But it started to make you stronger, and you become wise. You start to be mentally stronger also. So it ain't just about us, being physically stronger. You start to be spiritually stronger. You start to get physically and mentally stronger also. So this is how, we do, and we teach our brothers, the things that we learn. We look up to the men above us. The men above us, all they do is they go above them, and it's trickle down from commander to the hunter, and it just start making everybody strong. The strength that you see us with is because brothers above us done made us strong like it, by teaching us these wise, sayings that's inside these scriptures. And we start to live that life, and it starts to change us from the inside out. Keep reading, Marcus.
Come. Heal the broken and the weak. Laugh not a lame man to scorn.
Mm-hmm. And we have brothers and sisters who have mental problems and physical problems also, and those are still our sisters and brothers, man. Yeah. We have to treat them no different. We don't just talk about them, and we treat them like they are brothers. If brother need a hand going up the steps, we're gonna help a brother or sister go up the steps. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the things that's gonna allow their brothers and sisters to, have some kind of dignity, even though they're going through the physical or the mental things that they're going through, man, because we understand where it comes from. We understand that a lot of times, the mental abuse that our brothers and sisters are dealing with is because of the world, because of what they're dealing with in the world, Right. So we teach them, how we don't look at it and just call them crazy and call them all kind of names and stuff. We treat them
like IUIC do.
Right, like IUIC do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We teach them how to be strong, man, and we treat them like a brother or a sister. Right. We don't look at them and look down on them, hold our nose up high, look down on them because they ain't got, it's fake Israelite groups, man, like IUIC, they you gotta have a job in there. You know what I'm saying? They look down on you if you ain't got a job. You ain't working for Esau. Right. They'll look at you like you the scum of the earth. You do what I'm saying? And that's how they look at brothers and sisters, man. If you go in there and when you stutter or something when you come in there. I done seen brothers come inside this school with a stuttering problem, man. You do what I'm saying? And without reading comprehension. Right? Yeah. And then, man, next they stay in here for about 90 days, good 90 days, good, 120 days, and the reading comprehension just go out the roof. You know what I'm saying? They start learning how to break down the scriptures. They start, the stuttering problem start to leave them, and that's just the spirit of the Lord who with them. Once that spirit of the Lord come a part of you, man, it start taking those things out of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we notice, man. We see so many miracles inside of this school. A lot of people ask us, man, about what's going on in there. Man, there's a lot of miracles going on inside the school, man. Brothers and sisters, they gain knowledge. These are brothers who, probably was F and D students in school. But then they come in here and now, they couldn't read. They were reading on a third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade level. Now, they're reading on a college level. Because the spirit of the Lord is inside the school. And the spirit of the Lord is with our brothers and sisters who come into the school, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do inside. Everything's what? Okay, what's that? Right. So this is something that we don't do, man. We don't talk about our brothers and sisters who got problems, who got issues, because we know Esau's kingdom done made a lot of our brothers and sisters, have these issues, and it's up to us to help fix these issues. It's hard, it's some hard work. What you gonna learn in here is patience. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn how to have patience with your brothers and your sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Because our brothers and sisters going through a lot, and we just have to be patient with them. And that's one of the fruits of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? To be patient with your brother and sister and learn how to, treat them how you want to be treated. All right. It says, defend the man and let the blind man come into the sight of his clearness. And this is one of the things, this is how we work. You know, we give you time to start to understand. We start to give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, how we learn. And then, you know, we'll just sit back and watch you. I've seen so many brothers who I know, you know, personally from the streets, you know, and seeing how this truth has changed their life. You know, and it changes lives, man. It's something, you know, I can't speak enough about it. You know, how it'll change your life, man, if you just take it and accept it. You know what I'm saying? Once you accept it, that's one of the hardest things, is walking through the door. We tell everybody all the time, man, if you done came into this school, you done walked inside this door, you done got your Hebrew name, you done got some rank or something, man, I commend any brother who done did that, because I know what it takes to do it. I know what you done been through to get to that position. You know, so you brothers and sisters, you see these brothers and sisters inside here, it's not an easy thing to be inside the UPK. All right. There's some things that you're gonna have to let go of. There's some things that you're gonna have to learn, and then you also gonna have to grow while you're here. Right. You know, and we growing every day. Don't nobody, if you're not growing in here, then you dead. You have to grow. That's right. You know, on a daily basis, you should be growing. You know, learning something better than it was that you knew yesterday. You know, and that's something that, you know, we all had to learn. The man in YAHANNA, he's still growing. You do what I'm saying? He ain't, you know, ain't nobody above learning new things.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord, that's how the Lord wants us. He don't want us to think that we know everything, because the pride is going to destroy us a lot.
Check your question.
The pride is going to destroy us. All right. I'll see that.
Okay.
Yeah, but we this is something, man, that we have to learn inside here. If we could drop down to verse 20. That's all right. You know what? We done with that one. All right. So yeah, that's what we're doing inside the UPK, man. We just, you know, teaching brothers and sisters how to survive. All right, we're gonna go to Matthew chapter 25.
25 was good too.
Yeah. Oh, 25? I dropped 25.
God. Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse. Establish their feet.
And that's something that's extreme. You're right. That's something that's extremely important. All right. And why it's so important to teach the children is because the children is how you break generational curses. This is why it's so important to teach the children. I could be in the truth all day, right? And know all the, you know, follow the law and statutes and commandments. But once I die, if I didn't teach it to my children, I'm a failure. You do what I'm saying? Because my children have to know, you know, how to keep it going. You know, they have to teach their children, and their children have to teach their children. And they got to keep going on and on and on and on. When the Most High gave the children of Israel the commandments, you know, in the wilderness, he told them to teach it to their children throughout their generations. That's right. All right. Generations is your children having children, having children, having children. So they have to continue to teach these laws, statutes, and commandments, and teach all the things that we're talking about. Teach them how to heal the broken and the weak. Teach them how to laugh not at the man of scorn, you know, defend the man. You know, teach them how to do right to the widow, judge the fathers, give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked. We have to teach our children all of these things also. It ain't just for us to know and hold on to it for ourselves. Well, we have to teach our children, you know, and then the children have to teach their children and it's so on. This is very vital to us living as a nation and surviving as a nation. When we nourish the children, you know, you have to be a good nurse. What does a nurse do? You know, a nurse milks, she gives the children the milk. This is how the children grow. You know, they have to get the milk. They have to learn the basics. We have to teach our children the basics. That's why our children out here, you know, wilding out in the streets right now. Because they was born, you know, in a world without the father and without the mother who don't know the basics. So they're being raised by a woman who don't understand the basics on how to be, you know, righteous unto the Lord. You know, so if our children are not righteous, then, you know, they're not going to teach their children to be righteous also. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, going on 27. 27 is good too. Be not weary, right?
Mm-hmm.
For when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
And what does that mean? Be not weary. That means that you don't want to get tired of doing good. All right, never get tired of doing good. Sometimes I know some brothers. Sometimes brothers don't want to go to camp. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes brothers don't want to teach class. You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't want to do the things, because it's a lot. It's a lot to do. I know one brother told me when he first came to the church, like, man, I didn't know being a priest was this much work. I said, yes, it's that and more. You ain't even seen all the work that you finna be doing.
That's right.
All right. So it's, never get tired of doing, the work. And in the day of trouble, trouble's gonna come. We all expect trouble to come. In the book of book of James, it said, when thou coming to the truth, prepare yourself for what is that? I'm paraphrasing.
Prepare thyself for temptation.
The temptation. This is something that's gonna happen. Temptation gonna come. You're gonna have all kind of issues coming. Your parents gonna hate you. Your wife gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying? Your children gonna be mad at you because they ain't celebrating birthdays no more. All these things is gonna happen. Your grandmama gonna understand why you won't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, and why you ain't going to church with her with these big old hats on. They're gonna be worried about you, and and wondering why you ain't doing the things that you used to do. And those are the times that you can't be weary. You got to remember what you was taught, and continue in what you was taught, and when the others weep and they sorrow, well, guess what? You're going to be happy when things come. When Christ comes, when Christ cracked that sky, you're going to look up and be like, man, I did. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else is being tortured, and you know what I'm saying? And all your white friends going into slavery, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be sitting back smiling. Because now we finally getting our kingdom, and we finally going to be in rulership while everybody else is living sad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how it's supposed to be. If you do this work, if you don't grow weary, that's what the scriptures say, endure to the end. We have to endure to the end, and we can't get weary of enduring.
That's right.
You do what I'm saying? The enduring part, that's what a lot of people don't understand. They think that, a lot of people who leave the truth is because they can't endure. That's why they leave the truth. A lot of people who, they want to, be in the truth for a time because it look cool. But in the truth, you have to endure. And enduring means continuously doing the law, statutes, commandments, continuously doing righteous. And that's why a lot of people can't, they're not able to do the work of the Lord because they don't want to or know how to endure. And that's what we teach in here. We teach brothers and sisters how to endure. Brotherhood is how we endure in the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
You do what I'm saying? Brotherhood and sisterhood, that is how we endure. I can't do it without Nishad getting on me every 5 minutes about something. You know what I'm saying? I can't do, I need that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, I might stray. You know what I'm saying? The brother just looking out for me.
Right.
I had to understand that. That's something I didn't understand because I got brothers up under me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to do the same thing to them. I don't want them to steer off. You know what I'm saying? I want them to understand how to endure. And that's very important for us to do inside this truth. Was there something else you want to bring out?
Come. After, okay. For when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. It goes on. The heathen shall envy thee.
They shall what?
The heathen shall envy thee.
Damn right. And that's what, that's the abundance. That's the merit and the abundance that we go with.
That's right.
When the heathen start to envy us, they like, man, how is y'all going through? How is y'all able to go through 400 years of slavery and still make it out of that with our foot on y'all neck, and then still kind of flip it, and now your foot is on our neck. How the hell did they do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the heathen gonna be saying.
Yeah.
How is they on top? How is they in rulership now? How did they done flip the slavery on us? How is now they cracking the whip on us? You know what I'm saying? The heathen gonna envy us, man. They gonna understand. And you know another thing the heathen gonna envy us about? That we got a God and they don't. We got a real true God that love us, man, so much that he didn't forget all of the crimes that these heathen are committed against us. You know what I'm saying? And they know that their time is coming. And that's why the heathen gonna envy us, man. You know what I'm saying? We got them heathen down on their feet. And people always got a problem with us putting them heathen down on their knees and having them kissing our boots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got an issue with that.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't understand that this is what the heathen got to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? In order for them to get an inkling of mercy, they got to get on their feet, and that's the beginning of them getting on their feet. And they ought to empty out their bank account to command it in the house. That's what they ought to do. You know what I'm saying? They ought to empty out the whole bank account to the Commander General, you know what I'm saying, to the I.S.U.P.K, you know, and then go on and, you know, continue to work to help this, you know, us build this nation. That's what all you heathens need to do. If you heathens watching our class right now, I know some of y'all heathens slick watching the class. You know, y'all heathens slick watching the class right now. Go empty out your bank account to Commander General, and then find the closest camp near you and kiss everybody boot at the camp.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? That's the least you can do. You do what I'm saying? And the Lord might show you an inkling of mercy.
That's right.
You do what I'm saying? Thank you, sister at the doctor. Is that a sister?
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we want. We want the heathen to envy us. You know what I'm saying? You know, we tired of envying the heathen.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We want to do everything they want to do.
Yeah.
They do. Go ahead.
We don't want equality.
Nah.
Yeah.
We
we don't want peace in the Middle East.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
We want them to suffer.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? The same way that we suffer,
Yeah.
we want them to suffer. You know what I'm saying? He that leadeth in the captivity shall go in the captivity. That's justice.
That's right.
I want justice. I don't want to sit back and be looking like, you know what, these heathen, man, you know, we trying to live like that. Us trying to live like a heathen ain't work for us.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? We've been trying to do that for the last 400 years. And it ain't worked, not one inkling for us. Martin Luther King promised the black people that if we live like the whites, you know, that we'll, you know, hold hands and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all of that
Yeah.
with the white man, then, you know, we'll overcome.
Right.
We ain't overcame yet. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King lied to the people, and the people ate that lie up, you know what I'm saying? And we've been suffering ever since inside of that damn nightmare called the dream. Go ahead.
That's right. Martin Luther King didn't want the heathen to envy us.
Nah. He wanted us to envy the heathen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what we be trying to tell people about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King didn't understand these scriptures at all. Because if he read the scriptures, he would know that the scriptures tell us not to envy the heathen. They tell us not to do as the heathen do, you know, in their lands. We don't follow their gods. Don't try to act like them. If he understood the scriptures, he would see that it was better for us to say segregated than it was for us to be integrated. You have something you want to say?
Oh, wow.
Okay. I got a precept with that.
Come on.
Hold on. I believe it's Leviticus 18.
Leviticus 18.
Okay, Leviticus 18:3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
That's right.
And
And
after the same thing, after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall you not do. Neither shall you walk in their ordinances.
And don't walk in their ordinances. Don't do the things that they are accustomed to doing.
Right.
All right. We can't. When we was going into the land of Canaan, the Lord did not want us to do the things that the Canaanites were doing. The Canaanites was in there, you know, they was in there having you know, eating kids, you know what I'm saying? They was sacrificing to all kind of gods. They was in there, you know, what they call when you sleep with each other, incest. They were having all kind of incest. They was doing what the Africans do. You know what I'm saying? All these things are the things that the heathen and the, you know, the Hamites do. And what the Lord didn't want us to do was to act like a Hamite.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When he brought us out of the land of Egypt, He told us, do not do as they do. Going into this land, because we was accustomed to doing what the Egyptians do. And the whole point of him giving us them laws, statutes, and commandments was to separate us from the Egyptians and separate us from all of these other nations of people. Our laws is what keep us separated. And our laws is what make us different than everybody else.
That's right.
And that's why we got to continue to teach our children and teach our people how to be separate from everybody else. When we say be holy, we mean it. We don't mean to just, to be, like go to church on Sunday. We mean to separate ourselves from the people who go to church on Sunday. That's what that means too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to separate ourselves from all of the things of the world. We can't do as the nations that are around about us. We can't do the things that they do. Go ahead, sir.
Precept. Deuteronomy 4:5.
That's right.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
That's right.
Even as the Most High, my power commanded me. Going on to verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
That's right.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
And that precept right there, that goes back to what we were just talking about, how the heathen shall envy you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That goes right back to that. How the nations, when they see us doing our laws, statutes, and commandments, they start to understand that we are greater people than them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when they start. Right now, they looking at us like, you know what? They don't follow their God. You know what I'm saying? We can tell them whatever it is that, we want to tell them. We can call them any kind of name.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want to do with them, and they're going to go for it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But when we start doing them laws, statutes, and commandments, they get scared.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They start making, the King James Bible be, $400. You know what I'm saying? They start seeing us do our laws, statutes, and commandments. Yeah. They start going up on the information. You know what I'm saying? That's going to change our life. You know what I'm saying? And teach us those type of things. So this is what the heathen do, when they finally see, if you go into the book of in the Apocrypha, you go to Judah, right? The book of Judah, right? The 5th chapter of Judah. You'll see how in there that what was he, a Moabite? Yeah, he was a Moabite. He was teaching them the king how to how to overcome the Israelites.
Right.
He was telling them, hey, as long as they not with their God, man, we can do whatever it is we want to do with them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But if they are doing as their God tells them to do, then we got to pass them, man. We got to leave them alone, because their God is going to be with them. The reason why we in the conditions that we in today is because our God is not with us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's not with us because we are not obeying his commandments. As soon as we start to obey his commandments, he'll come back to it. Go ahead.
It's Judah 5:17. And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them.
And the God that hates, and that's why he was with us, because he hates iniquity. He hates sin. Right. So when we not sinning, guess what? He loves us to death.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was with us when we was not sinning, when we was not committing iniquity.
Right.
He was with us. We couldn't lose a battle. If we wanted to, we couldn't lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna be with us every single time.
Right.
There's some more on that.
God, verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
And that's why we destroyed right now, because we departed from the way that was appointed to us. The way that was appointed to us was his law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
To follow his commandments. And then when we don't follow his commandments, we are destroyed. When you look to the left and to the right, walk outside right now. I don't care what city you in. Look to the left and to the right, and see your people in there. We are destroyed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are not following those laws, statutes, and commandments. We are not following the way that was appointed to us.
Man.
Go ahead.
Hey, if I could, man, you in here lighting this thing up. Let me tell you something, man. I remember a long time ago in the truth, I got taught that if you want to know who the true Jews of the Bible is across the earth, go to the ghetto. Go to the poorest places in the earth, and then you'll see who the Jews are. Right. And the whole thing that what y'all was just saying, especially with that last scripture, is As long as they can put the blanket over our eyes and let us think that we're black or so-called Christians of this time and Muslims, then we won't ever go to our God. And that's where our power is. That's where our rulership is. That's why one of my favorite scriptures is Deuteronomy 7:6, because the Lord is saying out of his own mouth where we're supposed to be at. We're not supposed to be where we at right now. We're supposed to be in rulership. And that's what everybody should be grasping for.
Right.
But the oppressor lets you get happy off of a stimulus check, welfare, you know. So like what you're saying, and what I want is finding them scriptures, man. He cold, man. I'm gonna give him a hand because every time you bring up the scripture, he already there. You know what I'm saying? But that lets you know like the capability of where we should be.
Right.
We should know this book. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they got us trapped. I just want to say that.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. What you're saying is heavy. You know, us being in the conditions we in, because our people are lost and they don't understand why we are at the bottom. You know, they want answers that they can't get at the Christian church. You can't even go in a Christian church and ask questions about a scripture.
Right.
You do what I'm saying? Let alone why black people are in the conditions we in. You know, that's a bigger question.
That's right.
You know, that's too big for them to answer. You know, you would never get that kind of answer except, you know, you gotta have Jesus in your heart or something like some vague like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where it can't be, you know, actual, you know, pinpoint answer to why we are down and why we are in the conditions we in. You know, and lo and behold, you really can't talk, you know, and blame the white man into the church. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to hear that.
Hell no.
So, you know, we are a treasure to our people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K is a treasure. That's right. To Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's right. And all they have to do is open their eyes and come into these classes, man, and ask questions. You will get answers. We got answers, you know, for everything that we dealing with is in the scriptures, because we are the people of the scriptures.
That's right.
So everything that we dealing with, that's what the Bible is about. The Bible is about for, and you know, it speaks on the relationship of the Israelites with their God. You know, this is what the Bible is all about. So anything that we dealing with is right here inside of these scriptures. You know, and we just got to get out here, and our people just got to ask these questions. Want to know why our brothers, you know, we have all these, you know, health problems. Well, all of the health problems is in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? It's in your dad. It's in, you know, us not following the command, us following the heathen and doing the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuality is frowned upon on here in the scriptures. So you wondering why monkeypox, why black people got monkeypox? Because of homosexuality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a STD that comes from homosexuality. Right. So I mean, there's so many different things that our people need to know that they just not being taught because they're in the wrong place. You know, it's like what Eddie Murphy say, we looking for nub.
Yeah, in all the wrong places. Right.
We're looking for love in all the wrong places. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're looking for the answers to our, you know, the plight that we facing in all the wrong places. And all the answers been sitting right here this whole time since 1969. Right. You know, and all they got to do is come in here and get the answers, man. It's like when Paul was saying that, you know, he wished, you know, for his brother. You know what I'm saying? He wished that his brethren knew what he knew. He wished that his brethren had the understanding that he had to understand. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we have to know, man. We have, you know, this is the plight of a priest too. You know, we have to, we feel bad for our brothers and sisters because we done came where they come from and we understand where they come from and we have the answer to fix the problems that they're going through, but they just, you know, are not, you know, willing to accept the answer.
That's right.
And that's something, you know, that each one of these brothers in here, because we love our brothers and sisters, man. And it pains us that our brothers and sisters would not come and get the answer or would not accept and do what Christ has told us to do. You do what I'm saying? You have a precept? I don't know.
Me?
Yeah, I thought you had another.
Well, I did get the Romans 9:3 for the curse, but I think we should push on with the Judith.
Okay, come on, yeah.
Okay. Judith 5:18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
And people wonder how we got into slavery.
Right.
And a lot of people say, Christians especially, they'll say, the translated slave trade is not in the Bible. The translated slave trade didn't have nothing to do with the Bible. And we relate that to our ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures tell us that these people will, be shipped, into slavery on ships. Right. So, it ain't hard to, correlate that with our people. Right, you know what I'm saying? So when we start to understand what the scripture is saying, and like he was just saying, the reason why, because this is giving the reason why we went into slavery. We went into slavery because we had lost them battles sore with them Africans. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We lost that battle with them Africans because we wasn't doing the law, statutes, and commandments. So them Africans won the battle. Them what's the name of them? The woman king now. The woman king, the YAHANNA tribe. You know what I'm saying? The YAHANNA people, they won them battle because we wasn't following our God. That's how we end up getting put in slavery. That's why the YAHANNA tribe was able to come and have put us in captivity, right? Because we wasn't following our God. And this is something that was known hundreds and thousands of years ago. If we didn't follow our God, this would happen to us. And we done been in several captivities. This captivity over here in America and in the Western Hemisphere ain't our first captivity. Right. We actually done been in 400 years of slavery twice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. It's our second time going through. You know what I'm saying? So we done, right. We, it ain't nothing new to us. You know what I'm saying? Going in captivity, it's just a thing. Yeah. That we used to. But we've been in several captivities. And under those captivities, it's always for the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? Us not following our God. And that's how, and the only way to get out of captivity is to start to follow our God. Just like he was explaining to him. People think that it's some other way that we can march our way out of captivity. Or we can run to the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking that all of these things can happen when in reality, the only way we can get out of captivity is how we got in it. You know what I'm saying? We got in it by not following the commandments, where the only way we can get out is to follow the commandments. Right? It ain't no rocket science. It ain't no, it ain't magic. It ain't no other way. And that's, the power of these scriptures. There's some more there.
God. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground.
And then that's heavy right there, what he just said. But what he just said, we forgot about our God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We forgot about our God. We start to serve these other gods. We cast our God's temple down and start to build up the gods of these other nations.
That's right.
And that's how we be destroyed. That's how we end up. That's why we so against Islam. That's why we so against Christianity.
That's right.
That's why we're against Buddha.
That's right.
And all these other gods out here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're against all of them because we know that they are the ones who have destroyed us as a people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They are the ones, and as long as we can pulling them up, then guess what? Our God is gonna stay down. You know what I'm saying? So we got to continue. We got to continue to pull our God up and build these temples back up. Build these temples. What's them temples, man? The temple is you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to build up the people, the congregation. We got to build that up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I could, just entrance to the same thing. You know what I mean? Defend the widow, man. Establish the feet of the young man. Defend the poor, man.
That's right.
Strengthen those who are weak.
That's right. That's right. And that's perfect what Edges is saying. And this is something that we have to understand as a people. It ain't, like I said, it ain't enough for us to know the truth. We got to teach it to all of us. The scriptures didn't say that, one or two of the children of Israel cried aloud and the Lord remembered and respected them. He said that all of them did when
right.
they was in Egypt. They all cried because of the hard bondage that they was under.
That's right.
But we got to cry because of the oppression that we under, man.
That's right.
As a people.
Right.
You know, we can't have a couple people, and that's how they trickle. They let a couple people get rich. You know what I'm saying? And then we look up and let other couple, you know, some money trickle down to a couple other people. And now everybody ain't mad at the oppression. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we ain't on top. You know what I'm saying? We're not in rulership. They still in rulership. And you know, and I was talking to a sister one a couple weeks ago. I was asking her, I was like, because she was talking about, you know, why we mad that at the white man. And I was like, well, to make it short is because we not in rulership. You know what I'm saying? If I can make it short, because everything that we do, it benefits him. You do what I'm saying? All the, like, even the taxes, even though we getting taxed, right? The taxes even go to them helping their people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They tax us so they can help their people. You know, and people don't understand that. They just like, okay, we cool. You know, we got to get taxed. We in their lane. Well, that tax is helping their people. It ain't like they taxing us. And now it's affordable housing everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We go outside, it's gentrification from those tax money. That tax, all that tax, that money that they making, they gentrifying the neighborhood. And we got a lot of our people who are poor. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of their people, you know, are living good. You know, and they living good off of the backs of the work that we do.
Right.
You do what I'm saying? So yeah, we got an issue with that. Why don't you got an issue with that?
Right.
You do what I'm saying? That'd be my question all the time. You know what I'm saying? Why you asking why I'm mad? Why the hell you ain't mad? That's the bigger question.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, you know, we have an issue with, because our people should be on top, but we can't get on top unless all of us get on one accord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord will bless us, and when he see us all on one accord, that's when things will start happening for us. You know, when we start to prefer one another. Well, guess what, man? I'm gonna use this dollar that I got, and I'm gonna keep it in the black community and let it circulate, you know, 100 times in the black community before I let it go out to the white community.
That's right.
Let it circulate in the black community, you know, 50 times before I let it go out to the white man. You know what I'm saying? Or the Asians. You know what I'm saying? Our sisters, they need to go get some damn all that hair money they spending with the Asians and fingernail money. Y'all need to learn how to do fingernails.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to learn how to do fingernails. Get you a black, you know, fingernail business going on, and you gonna boom.
That's right.
You do what I'm saying? Get you some, learn how, you know, get that weave. We need to get a weave connect. You know what I'm saying? And get that weave cheap and start pumping it to the community. You know, I ain't got no problem with a sister wearing weave. You know, everybody ain't blessed with hair, with long hair. You want to have some hair, that's cool. It ain't a sin to have it. But we can't continue to give all our money, you know, for your insecurity. That's insecurity money. That's what I call it.
Right.
You know, that's insecurity money.
Right.
You know, that insecurity money could be right here with the black community, or the Native American or the Hispanic community. So that's something that we can use, man. You know, we just got to learn how to prefer one another and prefer our own people. You know, and then we can start making business moves like that. You know, but as long as we think that, you know, the Asian people hair is better, or, you know, they fingernails is better, you know, then we're gonna always be stuck because we're not preferring one another. And that got everything to do with brotherhood.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And sisterhood.
Right.
All right, there's some more on that I want. Was that it?
Okay, we can go to 19. Okay, well, 18. And if I could, that part where it says about the temple of their God was cast to the ground. You know what I mean? Today, black people don't even know that we even have a God.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we see the Arab's temple, and we see the white man's temple, and we see the Indian man's temple. Right. You see the Chinese temple, but we don't see ours. So we don't got no God. Right. You know what I mean?
That's heavy right there. That's heavy what he's saying, because that's the truth. When you walk outside and look around, you see, you in Nashville, right? Nashville, Tennessee. It's a church on every corner now. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a church everywhere everywhere down here.
With the liquor store.
It's a church and a liquor store everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gonna see down here.
That's right.
Now, they everywhere down here, man. And we, we've been seeing these things our whole life, and it ain't, affected us in a way, in a positive light. It ain't affect, even though it's a church on every corner, it's still affecting us negatively.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not positively. And that's something that we need to pay attention to.
That's right.
Like you're saying, it's mosques everywhere. It's, all these other gods, they all over the place, but we don't have a God. So we have to go to their God because we believe, it ain't that we don't have a God, we just believe that we don't have a God because we haven't been taught that we have a God. We haven't been taught, we got to go to these other nations' God, and all these other nations' God look just like him. You know what I'm saying? Shiva with the 9, she got 20 arms and looked like the dude at 7-Eleven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With 20 arms and dreads. You know what I'm saying? And you run around here with dreads in your head, and that's from a God that don't look nothing like you. We need
Yeah.
where our God is. You know what I'm saying? We need to meet a God. Where's he at? And that's what we teach in the I.S.U.P.K. I know it might be strong for some of y'all to understand the nigga God.
That's right.
But that's the truth.
That's
what I'm saying?
That's
He's a God who looks like us. You know what I'm saying? He's a God who looks like us and got the same character. He got the same slang as us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The God, the disciples, and the spirit of the Lord, man, it's a warrior spirit. That same spirit that we got, we can't nobody beat, whoop us, man. You know what I'm saying? But we had the spirit of the Lord, and it's just a warrior spirit. Brothers just don't know how to tap into it and turn it. They use it for negative purposes. They don't know how to tap into that warrior spirit and use it for positive purpose. You know what I'm saying? To learn discipline and to learn, all the things that the Lord, because having the spirit of the Lord, that is discipline. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you're going to learn how to have these kind of warrior spirit and have these attributes of the Lord by having his spirit. And that's something our brothers and sisters don't know about. They think that the Lord's spirit is them, speaking gibberish and rolling around on the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And walking the pews. You know what I'm saying? And running up and down the aisles at church and, having a slap boxing match with the usher. You know what I'm saying? They think that's what, the Holy Spirit is. That ain't the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's Satan up in you. You know what I'm saying? Up in you, having you do all these things. Go ahead.
Ain't none of that in the Bible.
None of it's in the Bible.
Right.
Ain't none of it. And they'll try to say that the speaking in tongues in the Bible, well, you had a translator too. You know what I'm saying? You would have somebody, what's the use of speaking that gibberish if don't nobody else understand what you're saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is something, man, that's, we are here to teach the truth. We are here to do the things that Christ told us to do, man. And, it's important that we continue to teach. Go ahead, I think it was some more on that.
And their cities was taken by the enemies.
And our city has been taken by the Native Americans, our brothers, man. Those are our people. We over here in the cities that was named, that they named, but that was renamed by the oppressor. Because the oppressor overtook the Native Americans.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they wasn't following their God.
Yeah,
go ahead.
If I could, right quick, because brothers from in the South were told me about, their families moved to the North thinking that they was going to get a better life. Everybody in the North is on crack.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can't afford the rent up north. You know what I mean? That city has been taken by the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's how they take it too. They use those kind of tactics. They use drugs against us. They use their religions. They use their religions against us. They use their drugs against us. They use, money. I mean, it's all kind of motivational things that they use that we tend to follow, thinking that, it's going to be better for us. Like your brother was just saying, we was going up north thinking, they had all these good jobs and stuff, and that the money that we would be making in these factories and all this stuff would be life changing. It would change our life. Then we get up there, man, and then they got a whole trap waiting for you. They got crack waiting for you.
That's right.
They got heroin waiting for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You spending all your money, your work, the money that you don't work so hard for, you know what I'm saying, to build these houses and stuff. Now all that they just sucked it all dry.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They just using all the tricks in the bag to destroy our people. I remember when Obama was in office, right? There was a lot of people who was black people who was Native American, black people and Hispanics were owning houses, but they end up losing those houses. They call it the housing bubble. You know what I'm saying? They end up losing all of these houses because of these loans that these banks was giving them. They was giving them these high loans, these high interest rates and stuff, and people couldn't pay their mortgage because of the high interest rates and stuff. That was a tactic that they was giving. So you were thinking that they were trying to help you because they was giving you these loans. And these are like 30-year loans. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you these loans for your house. And they was giving them to all the black, you know, at first they wasn't allowing black people to get these loans. Then all of a sudden they was like, you know what? They opened the floodgate and just started giving loans to everybody. So we just, you know, we fall for the trap every time. We just like, you know what? Man, we getting all these loans, man. Obama did something, man. Next thing you know, couldn't nobody pay them loans back. So they just started taking the house. I did a class about a brother. You remember that class I did at that time about a brother? He lived in South Nashville, and he got a loan from was it Fannie Mae? I think it was Fannie Mae. He got a loan from them, and they ended up taking his house, and then he went to court and everything. They lied and rewrote some papers, right? And said that was his signature on it, forged some papers and said that was his signature on there, and the judge bought it, and they ended up taking this man's house, you know what I'm saying, took everything the man had, and he had been having that house since 1932. He bought that house his family bought that house in 1932, and they ended up, this was like during the time of the recession, the Great Recession, all right? Black people was buying houses. We was living good during the Great Depression. You know, it didn't affect us the way that it affected white America. So his family was making a lot. They was doing good. You know, they was a sharecropper. So they was doing good, and they ended up buying this house over in South Nashville, man. He been having that house since 1932, and they came and took that house from him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir.
That taking of the house is the same thing the scripture says that their cities was taken by the enemies.
That's how they do it.
Those houses make the city.
Them houses, and that's how they do it, man. They figure out all kind of loopholes, all kind of ways to rob our people, man. You know, and the only reason they robbing our people like that is because we don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understand that we are better, you know, and we should be in rulership. If we was in rulership, they couldn't take our house.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They couldn't take it if we was in rulership. But the reason why we're not in rulership because we're not following our God. You know, and we've been destroyed. And you know, the enemy was able to rob and plunder our people because our God was not there to protect us.
That's right.
We don't have a hedge around our people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many, you know, people who don't know that we even have a God that's willing to protect us.
That's right.
He is he wants to protect us, but we don't want to serve him. You know, so that's gonna, you know, that's a conflict of interest right there. It's like he wrote a contract for us and said, man, you A, B, and C, you have to do A, B, and C in order to, you know, for you to do this contract correctly. And if you do A, B, and C, I'll do A, B, and C. You know, and what we doing, we just not holding up to our end of the bargain.
That's right. You
know, so we don't have, you know, he's not holding up to his end of the bargain because we're not holding up to our end of the bargain.
Okay.
Go ahead, Alan.
I think there was someone who had a question.
Somebody had a question on her.
Brother, I was trying to speak to him. He said, Salaki, I don't want. I'm not sure who.
The brother had a question.
He put it in the chat.
No, he was speaking out loud on the speaker through the computer.
Hey, whoever was speaking through the speaker, put it in the chat. Unless you want to take your mic off mute.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, if I could, just to piggyback on what Officer Daquan bringing out is so heavy, man, because like our people, we done lost all. We get student loans. They give us student loans. They give us housing loans and all of that now. And our people don't understand that places us more in debt. Because when we get these student loans, our brothers and sisters are getting financial aid, and then at the same time they get these student loans on top of it, and they piling debt on debt on debt. And then when they get these degrees, they get out into the world and find out these damn degrees don't do nothing for us.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that, everybody that get a degree, it don't work for you. But, most niggas that go to school, get the financial aid and get the loans, they going for general studies, or they going for something, office administration or something like that, that's not going to generate enough money to pay back them loans in a timely fashion, because you're going to always be in debt. The debt that they have us to create is just to continue to funnel this system that they got going on. But they refuse to give us business loans that allow us to give us the time that will give us the money to pay back on the debt that we have. But the student loans and the housing loans, they continue to do that and then take it from us, and then we be more left in debt. So like,
that's heavy with the brothers. That's right. He's right. I'm right.
But the brother right on point, man. He's saying exactly what we're saying, and that's how they end up. If you could read that scripture one more time at the bottom.
From the top?
Yeah, come
on. Judah 5:18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
And our cities have been taken by the enemy.
Right.
That's how the cities was taken by the enemy.
Right.
By our disobedience.
That's right.
Our disobedience, it leaves us vulnerable to the enemy.
That's right.
That's what we have to understand. And one of the first things that we also as a people have to understand, that we got a damn enemy.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah.
That's something that we have to understand. Things that's happening in our community, it's not happening, by coincidence.
Yeah.
Right? That there is a puppet master behind pulling the strings.
That's right.
And making it happen.
That's right.
And we gotta understand that there is somebody who is, using us on a daily basis. It's like the brother was just talking about with the student loans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Joe Biden, black people voted Joe Biden in office because he promised that he was going to get rid of student loans.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's been, how long he been out? 2 years now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The student loans are still there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The student loans ain't went nowhere. Go ahead.
It sounds like you forgot.
Yeah, he forgot all about that. You know what I'm saying?
So like, if I could, all that money went to Ukraine.
Yeah, that's what he doing.
Remember that?
And that's what I was talking
That's
about.
why that money went.
You right on point. And that's what I was talking about earlier, about how he texts us so he can take care of their own people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they do. We don't understand, and then we'll sit around and don't believe that we still slaves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We don't believe that, because we get to move around a little bit, you know what I'm saying, get to spend a little money. We don't understand the bigger ramifications of slavery. Right. You know what I'm saying? And how we are still, funding this country that got us in captivity. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We are still funding the enemy. That's right. And he's able to destroy our cities. By us funding his city, well, guess what? That means our city not getting funded. Mm-hmm. By us, it's like us integrating into America, into American society. Well, guess what? That left our neighborhoods better. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? By us giving all the money to McDonald's, well, guess what? The mom and pop hamburgers, which are better than McDonald's, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? They're not there no more. You know what I'm saying? We ain't able to fund them no more. We're not able to fund those mom and pop stores that used to be in our community. Mm-hmm. Now the Asians come over here and make stores in the community. Right. Now the East Indians come over here and make stores in our community. That's the fastest way. And I was reading something. I think somebody was telling you, it might have been you, was telling me about how the when they come over here, they tell them they don't have to actually just start a business from scratch, they need to find out what black people want.
That's right.
Right.
All you have to do to be rich in America is find out the needs of black people.
Right.
That's how you become rich in America. And that's why they in our neighborhoods, you know, selling, you know, all the cigarettes and cigars and beer, you know, that the law allow right here in our neighborhood.
Right.
Because that's what we want.
That's right.
You know, that's why they got these nail salons all throughout the neighborhood, because they know our sisters going.
That's right.
You do what I'm saying? They all they have to do, and this is the sad part. We don't have that same
mentality. Right.
That same mentality.
Right.
All we got to do is sell to one another. It's our own people. You do what I'm saying? And that's how we can build up our nation. Go ahead.
Sell it and buy it from one another.
Yeah. Sell it and buy it from one another. That's how we can get. Go ahead.
But it's like, if I could, and guess who set that up? That's what MLK set up. Remember that? Because like before that, we spent with ourselves. Man, your grandmama would have some money tucked away in her little breast. You know what I'm saying? Anything you need, she'll pull that bread out. And she had like 10, 15 kids. Nowadays, we take our money and we just burn it on a lot of frivolous stuff that don't mean nothing. And we don't even understand the sense of community no more.
And that's
thank you, MLK.
And that's a way. And what you're saying is heavy, because it goes right back to the scripture we just read. That's how our cities get funded. Our cities got taken the same. That's how they got taken. And I'm gonna tell you something. Another thing too, you know, we listen to, you know, our entertainers. They teach us how to blow money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, good.
Entertainers ain't making songs about, you know what I'm saying? They making songs about, you know, how to save money.
That's right.
To be financially, you know, correct with your money. You know what I'm saying? They teaching us how to blow money.
That's true.
And that's another way of, you know, our cities being taken.
That's true.
Because that money that we gaining up, that's money that we could be giving, you know, putting back into the community, having jobs, having affordable housing, having, you know, businesses, and having these type of things that we need. You know, we don't have to go to get student loans when we can just, you know, take it, and we can have our own schools. Don't forget, we used to have our own schools also. You know what I'm saying? So now the money that we spending, and like a brother, he was bringing out something real here. The money that we spending to go get a loan, we're going to get a loan to go to a white school. So once we get the loan and be in debt with the white school, then most of the time we can't even get a job with the degree that we got from the school that we went to, and now we in debt, and we still ain't got the job that we went to school for.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So that loan is from the government.
And
that loan go to the white school. That white school got paid.
That's
what I'm saying? You owe the government money.
Right.
And everything go full circle.
That's right.
All the way back every time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And if I could, man, it's crazy because I remember going to school. They used to teach mechanics, wood shop. They used to even teach real big on what's it called in high school? They teach you how to cook and stuff. Homemade. Remember that?
Yeah.
So now even some schools even taught electrician, like a little bit about electricity. But now you go to these schools, man, they took that stuff out. It's only a few schools that have that in there anymore, because what they started noticing is that blacks and Hispanics especially was taking those trades and starting their own business.
Right.
So then if they can cut that off, that's a whole nother way for you to just get trained to get a 9-to-5, enslave all your life, and not even try to get up or create a community where you can spend with yourself, because they all slaveries.
Right.
But if you can spend with your community, at least you can start building something even inside of your oppression's kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
So like Adawan, if I could.
Go ahead, brother.
And what you bringing out, Adawan, is so heavy because, like you say, when I was in school too, I went to a tech school. And at the tech school, I learned the trade of plumbing. We had home ec, we had electrician, we had all those type of tech. We even had cosmetology classes in our school. Like it taught our brothers and sisters trade, so that when we got out of school, we was able to go and we had careers that would pay us, you know what I mean, hefty money. Electrician and plumbing. We was getting paid. These sisters was in cosmetology, learning, getting licensed before they got out of high school to do hair and to do nails. And we didn't have to assimilate with Esau or with Moab doing nails and all of that there. We had the abilities, or we had the abilities to be able to create businesses. That's why a lot of brothers, when they got out of the tech school that I was in, they became plumbers, electricians, hairstylists, and they had their own. But see, nowadays, like you say, they took those things out of the school, so they assimilate you to be in this type of society that they want, so that we have to fund their society and pay and spend our money by paying back student loans and everything else, because it funds their system here in America. So like,
heavy point, bro. Heavy point.
And the brother speaking truth, man, and that's how they, our cities was taken. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
One more point. I mean, something you touched on a while ago. When you said the heathens come over here and they tell the heathens to just look for what black people care about and what black people want to buy. But then you said another point where the rappers go on the radio and the rappers is teaching the young children, don't look for the things that black people care about. Look for crack. Look to sell crack.
Right.
Look to sell drugs. Look to stuff that hurt the people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't look for electrician. You a square, or you boring, or you whack because you doing some hustle.
Right.
And then he ends up being the biggest loser.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The white man teaches the oppressor teaches to be the biggest loser.
That's exactly how.
You know what I mean?
Get him a hand.
That's right.
I remember this one time. I was at the mall. I had this in town one time, right? So they had me like on a work release thing, right? So I was at the mall and I was trying to talk to this girl at the mall, right? And she was like, "What you do?" So I said I had a job and everything. I felt good about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing crime no more. I'm over here. I'm working and stuff. I'm a 9 to 5 dude now. So I was telling her, she was bad too. I'm like, "Man, I work, at such and such." She was like, "Oh, for real?" She was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm good." I was like, "Damn, what you mean about that?" She was like, "Yeah, I don't want no working there."
That's damn shame.
She was straight up. Was like, I don't want no working dude. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what they taught.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what the sisters is taught.
That's right.
Like you said, I'm boring to her. I'm a lame to her.
Right.
Because I'm a working dude who get a check. You know what I'm saying? They want something. She was like, I need a dope man. She's like, you can't take care of me with no 9 to 5 money. I'm just like, that was an eye opener for me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, so this is what I'm falling into. This is what desire is now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
She desires to become a widow.
Yeah. That's what she desired to become. Right.
Yeah.
She decided to become a widow because there's no, she don't have any what's the word I'm looking for? She don't have
standards, integrity.
Yeah, she don't have any integrity amongst herself. So she just like, I got to have, and she don't believe that, and she haven't been taught. What really boiled down to is she haven't been taught.
Right.
This is what she has always known. Her mama probably was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a cycle that just taught her that you need you a dope dude to take care of you. Right. He's gonna be your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have 2, 3 baby daddies. This is what they taught. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee if I would have asked her how many baby daddies, I'm sure she had more than one baby daddy. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way that she was taught. Go ahead.
And you're right, Officer Laquan, because let me tell you something. You said that's what she's been taught, right? Guess where she was taught to be a hoe and a gold digger? It ain't just her mother.
The church definitely gonna teach.
It's us.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's us.
Yeah.
Right.
And like what you just saying.
Let me tell you something. If us as black men, I'm talking about the world, of course.
Yeah.
If we see a woman that's dressed like a hoe and a slut, and we call it out like that, and we don't pay no attention to that, and we don't want that, we ain't even looking at you. Guess what she gonna do? She gonna humble herself, put on a dress, look presentable. Because that's not what brothers want. That's not what
brothers want. Yeah.
Right. It's us. Like as much as our sisters in the world is wrong for that, and they are, because the main thing they want to do is just twerk.
Right.
We are subject to the same thing. They getting it from us because they wouldn't dress like that if we wasn't biting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I just want to make sure that people understand that, because man, what we talking about tonight is basically like how to get a kingdom started and back together, and it starts with the men.
Yep.
It really starts with the men.
Right.
But I just want to say that, bro.
Back to 2 Nations 2:20.
Okay.
Because the man is what do this, like a priest in the shop saying.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Do right to the widow.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah. Don't encourage her to be a hoe.
You know he got the precept.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah, don't see her just like that and think to misuse her. Do
That's
right,
right.
by the widow.
That's right.
Judge the fatherless, because that girl without her mom,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they don't got no father.
That's
So she don't got no guidance. She's the fatherless.
That's right.
That they telling these men to judge for the fatherless.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Good night, man.
And everything, like I said, everything we talking about, everything is going back full circle. Everything that we talking about, and it's important for our people to understand. These are the answers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? These are the answers to the issues that we dealing with. You know, we've been in 2 chapters, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These 2 chapters that explain the black experience.
Right. Hey, get a Lord in here. Hey, you 2 chapters.
You know what I'm saying?
Solved all the
Explain
problems.
The whole black experience.
That's
Out of these 2 chapters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how powerful this book is.
That's right.
You know, because everything that we dealing with is right here in the book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta have priests of the Lord to be able to break it down. We've been sitting here breaking down. We done went through every angle of our people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And broke it down right here in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And that's what our people need, man.
Mm.
We need that. We need to, you know, and we need to look at that and be like, you know what? I don't need the Christian church.
Right.
I don't need the Muslim mosque. They not teaching me this. You know what I'm saying? Islam teaching how to, you know, how to beat a woman. What they say, beat her lightly. They
Right.
teach how to beat a
Right.
woman lightly.
You know what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying? And you know, this is what Islam teaches. You
That's
know,
right.
Christianity. Hell, Christianity you just gonna be so passive aggressive in Christianity. You know, that's one of the things that they teach you in there. They don't teach you brotherhood.
That's
They
right.
teach you how to be passive aggressive towards your brother and towards your sister.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's gonna, you know, that people gotta look at that and be like, you know what, that has not helped our people. You know, we've been under Christianity for hundreds of years, and look at the conditions of our people.
Right.
The conditions of our people is a direct, you know, directly contributed from Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of our people is in Christianity. Then the brothers and sisters who are in Islam, they ain't no better because they agree with, you know, selling drugs to their people. You know what I'm saying? If you, as long as you ain't a Muslim, you can do whatever the hell you want to do to a brother. They don't believe in brotherhood as, you know, or as a people. You know what I'm saying? Because they looking down on you if you're not a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They'll sell you drugs, but they won't sell another Muslim drug.
If I could.
You know what I'm saying? But we both the same people.
Mm-hmm.
But they look at their religion, and their religion gonna trump the brotherhood.
Right.
The ethnicity. The religion trumps the ethnicity. You know, and that we can't build a kingdom with that. That's the vision. Go ahead,
Exactly. And to piggyback off what you said, the proof of what you said is what Captain Tazaryak and Captain Katazak had did in that clubhouse where that what's his name, that Rizza or something like that.
Come.
Man, when it was exposed about, and it was exposed by Farrakhan about him raping that woman,
Right.
that was a counsel that shouldn't even been spoke of.
Right.
That shouldn't even been released.
Yeah.
Just like when Malcolm X sat there and started snitching about the Muslims and stuff about what they dude was doing. He wasn't even supposed to go outside and talk about that. You're supposed to be talking about that with them. Go to him.
Right.
So they don't even. Man, one thing I've learned in the truth, man, is this earth does not understand what brotherhood is.
That's right.
And that was the whole point of what Christ came to do, is to teach you how to fight your flesh and how to teach brotherhood, because that's the only way we're gonna survive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's an excellent point that you brought out, and man, we got so much proof of it.
Yeah.
They don't understand what brotherhood is.
Yeah.
They think brotherhood is selling dope together.
Right. And that's and they believe, and all of them, they criminals. You know what I'm saying? They don't, you know, teach against being, you know, I know so many Muslim dope dealers, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's like Christianity, you know, they promote you doing sin. You know, Creflo Dollar said that the law, you know, if you doing the law, you sin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to go
he
by the law.
literally saying, if you doing the law, you sin. You know, so they promoting you to not do the commandments of God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, you know, has been detrimental to our people. And that's how the enemy was able to conquer us.
That's right.
And that's why the enemy is still able to conquer us to this day. Because we don't have a hedge, because we're not being obedient to our God. That's what this whole class is really about. Is being obedient, showing brothers and sisters how to be obedient to their God, and the benefits of being obedient to your God.
That's right.
You know, and that's what we teach in the I.S.U.P.K. And we all us, you know, seeing it firsthand. You know, the benefits of, you know, of being, you know, brothers got their own, all three of us got our own, you know, job, our own businesses, and you know what I'm saying, we do all kind of stuff. So this is something that we learned though. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're ripping and running the streets. We actually trying to, you know, build some things that can last, you know, amongst our people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that we had to learn, because we learned to value our people. You know, the value, and that's if you can learn how to put value in your people, then all kind of doors will open for us.
That's right.
You do what I'm saying?
Right.
When we start to value our people and start to choose and prefer our people, man, all kind of doors are opened up, man, that we ain't never had. Our people don't know how it feels to love one another. You do what I'm saying? The closest we had was, you know, doing the civil rights. You know, and then when you look doing the civil rights, man, they were still loving the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? They were still preferring the oppressor, because that's what the civil rights was about. It was about us being like the oppressor, being equal and having some kind of equality to the oppressor. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? But when we was in bondage, when we was coming out of slavery and stuff, we understood the power of us being amongst one another. Right. We started to build them black schools. We started to build them black hospitals. You know what I'm saying? We started to, you know, sharecrop our own crops. You know what I'm saying? Doing our own, feeding ourselves. We started to learn how to do all these things and having our own businesses. We started to learn how to do all of that, man. And that was probably the best time that we done had in this country. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
When we were segregated. You know what I'm saying? Because we understood that we had an enemy, and we also understood the value of having each other. Right. And that's what we missing right now. We don't understand how it is to love one another, man. And you know, once we start getting off into these scriptures, man, you come into the I.S.U.P.K, brothers and sisters who can hear my voice. When you come inside this school right here, you will start to value your brother and your sister, man. And you'll start to understand that we cannot do this as a nation without brotherhood and sisterhood. And we cannot do it without being obedient to the Most High. We can't do nothing, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And this cookout that we got coming up Saturday, we got a cookout coming up Saturday, October the 1st.
That's right.
October the 1st, man. We got a cookout. Like I said, it's a community cookout. This is for the people. Anybody who travels here, this cookout is for you. Anybody who's in the community, surrounding county, surrounding area, this cookout is for you. You come down here, man, get some good food, experience some brotherhood. You know, this is the closest we getting to the kingdom without actually being in the kingdom. Right. You know what I'm saying? So come down and experience that, man. Experience how it is to love a black and Hispanic and Native American man. You know what I mean? And y'all got anything else y'all want to pray?
Yeah. I could get
Go ahead.
here.
Go ahead, I'm
Because,
drop.
but now are they returned to their God,
right, and
come up from the places where they were scattered. We were scattered to America, man.
And this is the beauty.
Yeah.
It's the beautiful part right here. He said that he's gonna bring us from where we were scattered.
That's right.
All right, the Lord got the Israelites on the four corners of the earth. We all around the earth. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said, man, he's gonna gather all of us together. You know, from those places that we were scattered. So we were scattered through the transatlantic slave trade. Right. So we all around the earth, all around the world. And the Lord said, man, he's going to bring us all back together. That's right. You know what I'm saying? It's a more on it.
Come. And have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And
he said, man, if we sin against our God now, we're going to come back and we're going to all these desolate places, man. You know what I'm saying? Where the Lord wasn't at. We're going to bring the Lord back up. We're going to rise the nation of Israel back up. We're going to rise our King Yahweh back up. Right. We're going to rise, you know, our God Yahweh back up, you know, and bring him back into rulership.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And when we do all of that, man, we're going to make all these desolate places, we're going to make it back bountiful.
That's right.
It's going to be just beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what the Lord wants us to do. And that's how it's going to go down, too. You know, but we have to come back to our God in order to do these things.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Once we come back to our God, he's going to make everything, he's going to restore everything that we was ever taken from us.
That's right. Yeah, if I could, the only place that's bringing us back to our God is the I.S.U.P.K.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. You don't know what he told. IUIC trying to make us worship the moon.
Oh, man.
You know, they not bringing us back to Jerusalem.
Nah,
damn.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Jerusalem ain't on the moon.
God.
You know what I'm saying? I can tell y'all IUIC. Jerusalem ain't on the moon, man.
Good
you know
night.
what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God, that scripture was heavy. This scripture is talking about the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
Yeah, this ain't talking about no other Israelite group. No cats by themselves on Facebook.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We're the only ones that's truly returning our people to our God since 1969. You know what I mean?
And he was storing everything through the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
That's how all of these desolate places, you know, those places like, you know, they dried up. Well, the Lord finna bring he's bringing all of this truth. You know, the truth. Christ said, you know, it's like a river. What he say? It's a river. The truth is like a river.
Running
water coming from waters of damn. What do you say? The belly. Something about your belly. Living water. Running water flowing from your belly. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth, man. That's he making it back. You know, making it back. Not desolate no more. You know what I'm saying? He putting water and rivers all throughout, you know, to bring these brothers and sisters back out, and bring them back to the truth, man. That's right. You know, and that's what we doing, man. That's what the I.S.U.P.K. is doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a river flowing from the belly, man. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead, otherwise. You better drop it. You better bring it. Go ahead.
John 7:38.
There you go. That's it.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said,
right.
Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
There you go. Rivers of living water, man. That's us coming back to the truth.
That's right.
That's what this is all about. You know, us coming back to the truth. And all those desolate places, man, they ain't gonna be desolate no more. They're gonna be, you know, flowing, you know, with rivers. You know, and that's what the Lord wants. Keep reading.
Come. Oh, John or come. Okay. So okay. Now 21. Judas 5:21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, nation means race in the Bible.
That's right.
If there be no iniquity in our race.
That's right.
Let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
That's the plan. That's the whole plan right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You know, we want them to become a reproach, man. The same way as we are a reproach right now. We are a reproach. We all kind of, you know, niggas, and we all kind of, you know, people look down on us. You know, they throwing bananas our way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They treating us like trash, man.
Yeah.
So guess what, man? The role's gonna reverse. But we have to start following our God. Once we start following our God, everything gonna play. Everything that you see the oppressor got, we gonna have.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And how you see us right now, that's how they gonna be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you love your people, you wouldn't mind that happening. You would not mind them being in opposition, and we should be in rulership, and they should be on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It should be servants. You know, right now it's servants riding on horses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no servants riding on horses.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We should be riding on horses. They the servants.
So, like I said, if I could,
Go ahead, brother.
what you bringing out so heavy that out of one, cause that like the scriptures say that the Most High is going to reward our enemies double. So, like you said, that they're going to be in the place that we are, but they're going to be more impoverished, double impoverished than we are right now. And then the Lord said that He'll restore unto us 100-fold if we follow the law, statutes, and commandments and walk. So long as the Lord has commanded us to walk. So we'll be much more, the riches, like the scriptures say, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard what the Lord has in store for His children. So coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments is the only way that you niggas out there that want to be ballers and shot callers, you can be the biggest baller and shot caller on the planet Earth as a nation, not just yourself, but as a nation, if you do what the Lord tell you to do. And we can watch the other nations grovel at their feet and not only kiss our boots, but them bastards gonna lick the dust up off our feet. Thus saith the Lord.
That's right, man. Get that brother hand, man.
Right.
Because he in the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He in the spirit with that. You know what I'm saying? You got a scripture.
Yeah, Con, I got a precept, man. As soon as that brother said that, I thought about how the gates in our time in the kingdom of heaven, our gates are going to stay open constantly with heathens bringing everything that they ever stole and took. Let's see.
Revelation 21,
Yeah. Revelations 21, verse 25. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. So that right there is letting you know everything you ever stole, you ever took, everything in the Vatican, everything you had got in the earth, and the earth is giving it up. You got to get that back plus go.
That's right.
And we need that.
We got to have it. We got to have it. You know, Judah's coming forward. Benjamin coming forward. You got 12 tribes coming forward, man.
We need all of that. Everything they done took from us, everything that we done ever lost, man. We need all that. You know, 100-fold.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? That's the spirit that you gotta be in, man. And when you in that spirit right there, that's what motivates you to do the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing everything I done lost. It's like a nigga done took something from me. You just like, man, I gotta get that back. You know what I'm saying? You willing to do whatever it takes to get that back. Well, this is what it takes to get that back. You got to follow these laws and commandments, you know, and be obedient to your God, man. This is how we get that back. You know, and we have to return unto our God, like the scriptures say. We can't get it back by, you know, going to the church or the Muslim mosque.
Right.
You know, and singing and dancing. We ain't getting rulership through singing and dancing.
No.
All right. We got to be obedient. We got to return unto Him. You know, and when we return unto Him, man, all the people that were scattered around, we gonna get everything back. You know, and that's what and the heathen know that. The heathen know, and that's why they do so much to keep us divided. That's why they tell the Mexicans, man, that, you know, the black people that Mexicans gonna steal all their jobs. To keep us divided. You do what I'm saying? This is the thing. They make both of us poor and then tell us, man, they're gonna steal your job. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, they throwing rocks and hiding their hands, but we gotta understand, man, that those same people, they gotta be in rulership with us too. You know what I'm saying? The Mexicans are gonna be in rulership with us too. The Native Americans are gonna be in rulership with us too. You know, this rulership is for the 12 tribes. And once we come, and the heathen know that, man, they know their time is numbered. The days are numbered. And it's finna go down. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting worse from here. All these players gonna continue to come. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go into financial ruin. All these wars and rumors of wars gonna continue to happen. You know, the end times are here, brother. That's why we telling y'all, brothers and sisters, to return to your God. That's right. Because right now, the heathen know what time it is, and the Israelites know what time it is. Y'all just need to wake up and get with the program. You know what I'm saying? Once y'all get with the program, hey, ain't no stopping us.
That's right, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right, man.
I guess I would bring. Go ahead.
Good. Back to 2nd Esdras 2.
Well, come on, let's do it.
The heathen shall envy thee.
That's right.
But they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord.
And they ain't gonna be able to do nothing. They're gonna envy us. They're gonna see all of the things that we doing. They're gonna see how our God is with us and starting to, lift us up, and it ain't gonna be nothing they can do about it.
That's right.
That's why we go out on these corners, man, and we speak the way that we speak with so much fervor, with so much heat. And these heathens can't do nothing about it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They call the police. We see them all the time in camp. Sitting up on the side, calling the police.
I could. In New York, General Muhammad was saying he was on a plane going to the Passover.
Yeah.
And he was on a plane, and he got the FBI. The FBI. Is the FBI behind him? Yeah. Saying his name as their own by mistake. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if all of that, some people scared to come to UPK because they say, "Oh, the FBI and the CIA." But General Muhammad's still here.
Right.
He's moving around. He's still living, paying his mortgage, driving his car. Right. He's gonna be here tomorrow.
That's right. He's gonna be here.
He's gonna be here tomorrow.
And it ain't nothing they can do.
And there's nothing they can do about it. You know what I mean?
Good Lord.
That's right.
Nothing they can do about it. All they want. They can send all the FBI agents inside here trying to do the COINTELPRO inside here. Right. They ain't gonna do nothing but become officers of 50. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They ain't gonna shut nothing down in here, you know what I'm saying?
God.
We ain't studying it, man. The Lord is with the I.S.U.P.K, and ain't nothing these heathen can do about it. Right. The Lord put this truth into the school in 1969, man. Commander YAHANNA held on to this truth. He's teaching these brothers and sisters how to raise up other brothers and sisters, man. And they want to stop it, but it ain't nothing they can do about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is all according to the scriptures.
That's right.
This is prophecy that we supposed to be in here. It's prophecy that we supposed to be in here right now.
That's right.
Together.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ain't doing nothing but following prophecy.
That's right.
And we're gonna go to camp and we're gonna blaze at camp, and it ain't gonna be nothing they can do about
That's
it.
Right.
We're gonna have a cookout. It ain't gonna be nothing they can do about it. Jenny Muhammad gonna be here right here in Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow. And it ain't nothing at 7 o'clock. And it ain't nothing they can do about it.
That's right.
Ain't nothing they can do about it. That's just how it's going down, man. We're gonna be here, man, because this is the sanctuary of the Lord.
That's right.
So long as the Lord has his sanctuary right here, man, the world is just going to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna envy what we do because they can't stop it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got some more.
Okay. 29. My hands shall cover thee.
That's right.
So that thy children shall not see hell.
And that's so heavy, man.
That last part heavy.
And that's heavy, man, because our people are in here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We know how it feels to be in here. And any parent don't want his child or her child to suffer the same thing that we've suffered.
Right.
Any good parent will want that for their child.
Right.
If you tired of being in hell and you don't want your children to suffer what you've been suffering, you get down with the I.S.U.P.K, man. You come inside these doors and change your life, man, and bring your children with you.
That's right.
Because it's gonna change their life also. We got many children inside of the I.S.U.P.K, and their lives have been changed because of the parent don't want them to go through what they went through, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have to worry about your child being molested in you. You ain't gotta worry about your child, doing, getting into fights and stuff in it. Your children gonna learn how to love one another. And that's important, man. They're gonna learn how to do the commandments. And that's how we stay out of bondage right there. That's how we stay out of oppression, because they're going to teach their children, and their children are going to teach their children, and they're going so on and so on, and they will never know hell. You know, and hell is us not being in rulership.
That's right.
When we get in rulership, your children that's heaven for us.
Yeah, right.
All they gonna ever know is heaven.
Right.
The white man, he don't know hell, he know heaven because he in rulership.
Right.
And we trying to teach our people how to get in rulership. And it's so important for us to be in rulership because that's where our heaven is at. All right? Heaven ain't just somewhere, you know, you gotta die to go to. Heaven is right here. We can have heaven right here, but we have to be obedient to our God. And if you love your children, do it for your children. You do what I'm saying? You become a better person for your children. And your children are going to become a better person for them.
That's right.
That's how we do it, y'all.
That's right.
In a moment, that's it. All right. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General YAHANNA. I'm Austin Laquan, and that's my time. Shalom.
That's right.
Amen.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard. Tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation voltage can fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game. I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche. Way above average. My friends taste sweet. Told them make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones. This where hope found. Child become a man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad. Telling me how them crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poker stop, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Waldo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.